Well, well, well. It has certainly been a while, hasn't it? In truth, I didn't really anticipate making any more videos, but Asamba talked me into it, so y'all can blame her. I don't know if you guys noticed, I'm sure you did, but I deleted all my old videos, and it was mostly just because, you know, I was a teenager and a young adult at the time, and, you know, the technology didn't age well. I had a crummy webcam, and I have grown a lot since then. But, you know, I figured I'd go over my current doll family, and we'll go from there. So, we're looking at some of my OG crew that I've had for years and years and years. From left to right, we have Lemme, who is my Doll Zone Floy, in yellow skin. And then next to him we have Makoto, who is a senior Delph Frey, and he is my oldest doll. He's 9.5-ish? Not quite half, but almost half. And then next to him we have Callisto, who is a hybrid. Half my dolls are hybrids. Well, at this point not half of them because I have too many, but she is a senior Delph Noelia head on a Limois body. And then next to her is Kazuya. I call him Kazu for short. And he is a senior Delph Odin in the light tan skin. If y'all couldn't tell, I'm still Let's Trash. And then down here, this poor little girl, she was initially bought because I wanted a head to practice face-ups on, so I got a little tiny USD head, and then I ended up flushing her out into a character, but for the longest time she had this Leak World wig that I just kind of hated, and so recently, in like the past year, I've gotten really into making my own wigs out of both alpaca and mohair. And so I made her finally an alpaca wig, and she's wearing like a Barbie skirt right now because USDs can wear some Barbie clothes, so hey, she's cute. This is Akiko, and all these dolls, they have characters and relationships, like maybe you remember, it's been a million years, but Makoto and Lemme are boyfriends. Callisto is dating Cyrus, but due to his body being a butt, he's on the next shelf down. And Kazu is dating Fuyuki. So let's journey down to the next shelf and I'll explain why my dolls are the way they are. Ugh. Ugh. I pop now. So on this next shelf we have some newer additions, actually. I'd say about half of these have been post my time on YouTube. So we have a Resin Soul May in the purple skin, and she is my dark elf, and her name is Lorelei. And then Poco, I've had him for quite some time. I got him with Kazu. He was the event head back in like 2013, I think. So really I got Lorelei to be like a companion to him, but I haven't really established any story or anything for them. And then, let's see. my two girls, both of which are fairly new. So left is Iris, and then the right is Rosalie, and she's currently wearing like one of the floofier mohair wigs that I've made. I did not dye it, I bought the fabric already. But so I have a ton of wigs for Rosalie. She's kind of my crazy hair cute girl. They're both cutie patooties and I love them. But so Iris is a Lemme Luna head on an April Story body. Her body is actually Callisto's, and I had the Luna head for years planning to sell it, but then I was like, you know, I think it's the face up I don't like. So I took the face up off and I did a much lighter one, and Iris was born. And then I decided Iris needed a girlfriend, so I got Rosalie, who is a Lemme something. I forgot which sculpt she is because I'm a terrible doll collector. But anyway, she's another Lemme doll in tan skin, and yeah, Lemme owns my soul now too. And then we got my Fuyuki. He's another oldie but goldie, and another secret favorite, and he is Kazu's boyfriend, and I would love to have them together, but this jerk right here, Mr. Cyrus, again, I've had him for a million years. He's got the doll family body that's like a 3-part torso, and he is constantly popping around and doesn't want to stand, so I have him sitting. But I have intentions to try modding him, so if that works, maybe I'll do a video, maybe I'll show it, I don't know, I'm not a professional. Even my wig making is not what I would sell, but anyways, we're going over the doll family right now. And if you just heard that, here is my other new family member. This is Bailey. She's not actually that new, but she's new to YouTube. I've had her for about 6 years. So, like I said, not that new, but I haven't been on YouTube in a while. Anyways, so that's my main doll shelf, and then the bottom shelf is like crafting supplies. Oh, but wait, there's more. So, let me get closer because I think I'm out of focus. So this top shelf, this is my newest doll. I named him Aries, and I got secondhand on the market. He's the Berry Pegasus Centaur from Let's. And actually, I got him broken. His wing, one of the joints was broken, and I ended up putting some milliput there and kind of resculpting it, and so he is a handle with care, but his wing is holding itself up. It used to, it's that joint right there. It used to just flop forward. And then these are all plushies that I actually made myself because I opened a plushie business-ish, if you could call it that. And, my life is chaotic as always, so I'm kind of having to downsize what I can do with that. But anyways, if you like plushies and if you like centaurs, I have centaurs up on Etsy. And then this is my American Girl doll, who I've had the longest, like, since I was a little kid. Not little, but like, somewhere around the age of like 10 to 13 in that realm. But I never had a place for her, and I never really had any clothes for her. So she was just hanging out in a box in my closet for the longest time. And, now I've started making her clothes, so I knit that outfit that she's in right now. And I put her up on display because, she's cute, and she was modeled after me at the time, so she's kind of like my mini-me. And then you see like my 3 Pokemon plushies, 2 of which I got in Japan at the store. But then if you go over here, I have more dolls. I've expanded quite a bit. All these, well, so the fairy is from Soom. She was, when they did the, you could mix and match the fairies, so I got the Mist Fairy's head on like the Maple Fairy's body. And I named her Akane. My camera's getting really heavy. I'm sorry if I'm like shaking it a lot. But then next to her are the new little MU dolls that are at the junkie spot. And a Barbie. She's not actually a BJD, but she's just really pretty, so I bought her. Anyway, so from left to right in the front is Felix and then Luca, and they're both the boy mold, but one is regular skin and one is tan. And I made both of their wigs, and they're actually wearing the Slim Obitsu boy clothes, so for those of you who have these dolls that want to get them like fancy outfits, those work. And then I have a tan skin of the girl, and her name is Linnelli. Well, it's Linnell, but I call her Nellie or Linnelli a lot, so and Felix and Luca are a couple, and Linnell and Akane are a couple. And then in the back we have Alex and Elliot. They're both Soul Doll boys. Alex is a hybrid. He actually has a Sasha head, which is a girl head, on a boy body. He actually has a robot steampunk octopus that I found on Etsy. Let's see. Next to him is Elliot, and Elliot is my Souloid boy. He's a Souloid Fiel. So he's got like, you know, Akane's covering half of it, but he's got a completely like robotic body, but his torso, like chest and arms and head are all human. So he's a cyborg basically. And I do kind of have a story for them. They are also a couple. So, but Lord knows if I'll ever like express any of my stories. And then over here is a couple different things. So the doll in the glass case is actually a doll from Japan that my grandpa got when he was stationed there. And my grandpa passed away at the beginning, like literally on New Year's Day of this year. And so as we were kind of preparing him, you know, downsizing him to go into different forms of assisted living, he passed her on to me, because I have always been pretty passionate about Japanese things. And I took 5 years of the language, and I studied abroad there for a couple months. But yeah, so she's pretty special. And then let's not focus on the boy. He needs a lot of work. He's gonna eventually be an upcoming project. I need to repaint his face. It's supposed to be Shiro from Fate Stay Night, but like, I botched his face. It doesn't look anything like him, so I need to like, it's the eyebrows. I need to redo the eyebrows and make him more scraggly looking, because that was Shiro. But I've had Saber longer than I've had Makoto. She's just a generic Dolphy Dream, actually. She's got like the O2 head, and I got her when I was 18, so like 9.5 years ago, pretty much, same as Makoto. I pretty much, you know, I saw the Volks doll and was like, oh my god, I love it. And then I was like, oh my god, I'm never going to be able to afford that in my life. And so I made a doll, painted her to look like Saber. I found the wig on the Japanese auction. And then I made her dress. And I actually sculpted and painted and then sealed in resin all her armor. And I used paper mache to kind of get the general shape of her body, and then I put polymer clay over that. So yeah, so I'm really proud of her, and she's finally like complete. And it took me years to complete her. So anyways, yeah, then I have a million figurines, but those aren't dolls, so we aren't gonna go into them. And then last, but most certainly not least, well, for now, I have 2 Pookies, but they're actually currently in their boxes for safekeeping because I am building a dollhouse, a new dollhouse. They used to live in a dollhouse, but I decided I wanted to build a new one. So they'll come out of their box sooner or later. I'm almost done with it. But these 2 are kid Delphs, so again, that's a big shock. This is a carrot and this is a basil. And I actually, they're supposed to be Shumin and Baekhyun from EXO, because I am also K-pop, J-pop, Thai-pop trash. So yeah, these 2 are my favorites from EXO, so I decided to make cute little, almost chibi, but not really, versions of them. And they're in their outfits from Don't Mess Up My Tempo, because that was the latest release that I actually had money to spend on them. I've been spending on my money on a ton of different things, like a dollhouse. But anyways, that's the current family. Like I said, I got 2 Pookies in boxes, but I'll bring them out eventually. And if you want, I can make a video of the dollhouse when it's done and show you, like, you know, the Pookies. I don't think I'm going to be doing videos on the reg, just because for the past year or so, I've been an educational assistant in special ed, and I recently got into an alternative licensure program to become a teacher for special ed preschool. So I'm going to be going to school part-time and working in preschool full-time, which means I'm not going to have a life. But, you know, I'm starting to think of things that might be fun, like if you want to hear my stories about my dolls, if you want to see like crafting updates, I could do one on wig making, I could do box openings because I have more dolls coming, even though I don't have space for them. I'll make it. There were more that I was thinking of, but now that I'm on camera, I'm going blank. But anyways, you know, I got a film degree, so I'm not what I would consider a professional photographer, but I am a hobby photographer, and I know a thing or two, and I can also talk about like equipment for them. So who knows, maybe if you guys want to see those sorts of things, let me know. Otherwise, hi! I don't know if I'm fully back, but I thought it might be fun to just make a doll family video, because it's been at least 6 or 7 years since I've made a YouTube video. And obviously my doll collection has grown a lot. So I will shut up for now because this video has been going for ages. And I will maybe talk to you guys later. Bye!